Welcome to BoZhan Universe. Don't forget to subscribe, like and share this video with your friends. The stage lights of the global fan event felt like an interrogation spotlight, harsh and unforgiving. Wang Yibo sat rigidly in his chair, a familiar tension settling in his shoulders. Beside him, Xiao Zhan, ever graceful, offered a reassuring glance, a silent anchor in the storm that was about to break. The moderator, a seasoned professional, smiled thinly. "Yibo," she began, her voice smooth, but with a subtle edge that sent a tremor through the arena, "the rumors have been incessant. The internet is abuzz. Fans, and even some media outlets, are speculating about your relationship with Xiao Zhan. Specifically, about marriage. Can you finally address these rumors for us?" A collective gasp rippled through the live audience, mirrored by the explosion of emojis and frantic comments across billions of screens worldwide. Yibo's echo syndrome, usually a muted hum, intensified. He felt the wave of anticipation, the fervent hope, the cynical doubt, all crashing against him in a discordant symphony. The stage lights above him, usually stable, subtly flickered, their glow momentarily shifting from a pristine white to a faint, shimmering violet, reflecting the internal turmoil of 1,000 questioning hearts. He took a slow, deliberate breath, his gaze finding Zhan's. He saw the trust there, the unwavering support, the profound love that had always been his quiet truth. This was it. The moment of unfiltered honesty. "Rumors," Yibo began, his voice surprisingly calm, though a deep, resonant vibration emanated from him, making the very air around the stage subtly hum. The hum wasn't just audible, it was felt, a low frequency that resonated directly in the chests of everyone in the audience, making their own heartbeats subtly synchronize with his. "Are often just that. Whispers. Speculation." He paused, letting the hum intensify, drawing the world's attention. "But sometimes they touch on something real." As he uttered the word real, the stage around him began to subtly ripple. Not the physical structure, but its perception. The backdrop, a digital projection of a futuristic cityscape, distorted. Its sharp lines softened, curving into impossibly fluid, organic shapes. The vibrant blue of the sky bled into deep indigos and ethereal golds, swirling like liquid nebulae. The arena's boundaries seemed to melt, dissolving into a boundless, shimmering expanse, revealing glimpses of a vast, star-dusted void beyond. The physical set dissolved, revealing the infinite landscape of Yibo's internal reality, a breathtaking, mind-blowing glimpse into the uncontained echo syndrome that was his daily existence. "What we share," Xiao Zhan picked up, his voice clear, his hand finding Yibo's under the table, a silent, grounding touch, transcends simple definitions. "It's not about titles or labels." As he spoke, a luminous, shimmering light emanated from their clasped hands, a pure, brilliant white that pulsed outwards. The light didn't just fill the distorted stage. It projected, with stunning clarity, a three-dimensional, holographic image of their intertwined souls. It wasn't a representation of their bodies, but of their essences, two distinct, swirling vortices of light, one silver and one gold, dancing around each other, constantly merging and separating, yet always bound, their forms echoing each other's movements in a perfect, cosmic dance. The audience gasped, witnessing a visual manifestation of their spiritual connection, a profound, undeniable truth made visible. "Marriage," Yibo continued, his voice now imbued with a profound, cosmic resonance that vibrated through every screen, every speaker, every single person tuned in, "is a promise. A commitment. A shared destiny." As he spoke, the holographic image of their souls began to expand. It encompassed the entire arena, then projected outwards, across continents, across the globe, becoming visible on every screen, every device. The image was now superimposed over the faces of the audience members, over the buildings outside, over the very cities themselves. For a few heartbeats, the entire world saw the indivisible essence of Yibo and Zhan's love overlaid upon their own reality, a unifying vision that momentarily transcended all individual perception. Then, the final, most mind-blowing scene erupted. As Yibo looked directly into the camera, his eyes gleaming with a fierce, tender devotion, he uttered the words that would ripple through eternity. "And if marriage means that," he declared, his voice a powerful, resonant chord that echoed in the deepest chambers of every soul, "a bond so profound it shapes reality, a love that transcends definition, a shared destiny that weaves through the very fabric of existence." He reached across, and Xiao Zhan mirrored his movement. Their hands, already intertwined, now rose into the air, their fingers gently meeting, forming a perfect arch. From the point of their touch, a brilliant, blinding spiral of pure, sentient light erupted. It wasn't just light, it was an active force, a living current of boundless love. The spiral shot upwards, piercing the ceiling of the arena, arcing into the night sky, visible to countless millions. But it didn't stop there. On every screen worldwide, the live broadcast dissolved, replaced by a singular, overwhelming image. The cosmic spiral of their love, weaving itself into the very fabric of the digital realm. The internet didn't crash this time. It harmonized. Social media feeds, instead of displaying fragmented content, showed glowing, infinitely complex fractal patterns, each one humming with the resonant frequency of pure joy. Video calls displayed not faces, but shimmering, liquid light, reflecting the profound, unifying emotion that was flowing through the network. Billions of people, simultaneously, felt a wave of profound, inexplicable peace, a communal sense of belonging that washed away fear and doubt. It was the ultimate global marriage proposal, not just to each other, but to the world, a direct, undeniable act of shared existence, woven into the very fabric of perception. The spiral faded, leaving behind a sky subtly brighter, an internet humming with a newfound clarity. The arena erupted into a thunderous, emotional standing ovation, tears streaming down faces. No one needed words anymore. The agency's narrative was utterly irrelevant. The world had seen. They had felt. And they knew. Backstage, away from the roaring crowds, Yibo pulled Zhan into a tight embrace. The silence between them was not a void, but a universe. His echo syndrome, once a torment, was now a boundless wellspring of creation, and with Zhan by his side, he had just painted their love across the cosmos. The marriage rumors? They were no longer rumors. They were simply truth, beautifully and utterly mind-blowing. Stay tuned to BoZhan Universe for updates, exclusive breakdowns, and emotional reactions as the story unfolds. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, because this miracle might just be real. The cosmic spiral of light had faded, but its effect lingered. The world, which had been holding its breath, let it out in a collective, silent sigh of awe. The marriage rumors, a chaotic storm of speculation and gossip, were no longer just whispers on the internet. They were a truth, a public, benevolent force that had fundamentally changed the fabric of global reality. The internet had not crashed, it had been harmonized. The fragmented chaos of social media feeds was replaced by a serene, unified clarity. A permanent, mind-blowing effect of their love. For the first time in its history, the digital world was not a cacophony of discord. Every comment, every post, every news article now carried a subtle, tangible emotional echo. It was impossible to lie without a jarring, discordant static, a digital friction that made the deception feel physically uncomfortable. Online arguments dissolved into genuine conversations, their true intentions visible as subtle auras of light and color behind the words. The spiral had not just shown them a truth, it had woven a permanent, gentle layer of honesty into the digital sphere, a new, mind-blowing reality that no one had ever thought possible. For Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan, their public lives were transformed. The global fan event was a distant memory, but its ripple effects were everywhere. Paparazzi no longer screamed their names. They approached with a quiet, reverent awe. Fans didn't rush them for autographs. Instead, they simply wanted to be in their presence, to share in the profound, palpable sense of peace their aura now radiated. Their love, once a private affair, had become a public good, an emotional balm for a world in desperate need of healing. One afternoon, as they walked through a crowded street, a young woman, her face etched with worry, brushed past them. Yibo, his echo syndrome now perfectly harmonized by the resonance harmonizer, felt a surge of anxiety from her, a sharp, piercing pain. But instead of being overwhelmed, he and Zhan, with a shared, silent will, channeled their combined energy. From their beings, a gentle, healing wave of light radiated outwards, a silent, comforting hum that touched the young woman's heart. She stopped, blinked, and a peaceful expression slowly replaced the worry on her face. She looked back at them with tears of gratitude in her eyes, a silent, shared understanding passing between them. Their love was no longer just a symbol. It was a living, breathing force of healing, a beautiful, mind-blowing reality they were now compelled to share with the world. The ultimate act of creation, however, came from their families. After the global revelation, they felt a new sense of purpose. Their collective love had been a power source, a tangible force in the healing of a sick child and the harmonization of the digital world. They decided to create a permanent monument to this love, a physical representation of the peace and unity they had brought to the world. They chose a quiet, public square, a place of historical division. The place was mundane, empty. One evening, under the light of a new moon, they gathered. Wang Yibo's parents and Xiao Zhan's parents, their own perceptions now permanently altered, stood together, their hands clasped. They closed their eyes and, with their children's guiding presence, they channeled their collective will, their shared histories, and their boundless love into the barren space. From the ground, a soft, pulsating light began to emanate, a living current that pulsed with every memory of their children's love, with every moment of their own acceptance and understanding. The light did not just glow, it began to rise, to take shape. It formed a towering, graceful structure, a spiraling monument made not of stone or metal, but of pure, condensed light and crystallized emotion. Its surfaces shimmered with 1,000 iridescent colors, each hue radiating a different emotion: tranquility, hope, joy, and unity. The monument was alive, humming with a melodic frequency that soothed every soul that passed by. Its base was made of their family's combined love, its spire pointing towards the stars, a physical, mind-blowing beacon of hope for a new world. This was a profound, mind-blowing act of public creation, a final, permanent testament to the truth that had begun as a rumor. The monument stood tall, radiating a benevolent aura that could be felt for miles. It was not just a statue, it was a living, breathing testament to the power of a love that had defied all laws of physics and reality. The marriage rumors, a chaotic storm of speculation, had become the ultimate truth, a world-altering force of love and creation. Yibo and Zhan were not just a couple, they were the anchors of a new reality, a beautiful, mind-blowing testament to the boundless power of their shared, world-changing bond.